Ty Mizzles, where you is at? Where you at? Where are you, Ty? The clock. I brought you in this world I can take out. Brought you in this world I can take it out. I say 7 o'clock. God damn it, I mean 7 o'clock. What's poppin', y'all? Mizzle, tree one tree. What's poppin'? What's going on, Eddie? How's the tree life? Have you hey, Sufyan, did you see I sent you a message? I got the smell goods. I think my wife where they reverse engineered your oils. There go Ty. Every time that motherfucker did this, you would think that Ty was a chosen double underscore 175. You would think that Ty was like witness protection or something. This nigga got more identities. I haven't tried the soap yet. Peace, peace, peace. He said, Ed said, peace to the civilizer. You dig? Where you at, Ty? I see you on here, but I don't see you in here. They hate Mills. They must really do hate you, Mills, because you got more more IGs than the cat got lives. They hate Mills. Where you at? Where are you? Life of Mills. Goodness gracious, man. You ain't here 50 ways of Sunday, ain't you? 50 ways of Friday, ain't you? What's up?
Yo,
What's happening?
what's good?
Shit, it's tank top weather down there already.
Oh yeah, it's nice. Nice. It was about 75, 70 something the other day.
Okay, it's 80. Well, it was 85 yesterday and the day before. It's definitely 80 degrees right now up this way. For sure, for sure. I was outside. I had to go get another axe, man. It's my third axe. I got one of them joints now with the composite handle because I'm breaking them wood handles. Um, I'm digging out the roots left by some of the trees that we cut down because it be fucking up the blades of the lawnmower. And so I'm out there digging them shit. So I like that shit, man. I mean the chainsaw is cool and all that, but I enjoy that axe. I would have been a very impressive serial killer.
No doubt. No doubt for that. No doubt. You did good
I would have been
without the
I would have
cereal.
been prolific.
You did good
Prolific.
without the cereal. Without the cereal, you did good with your regular.
Hey, Devil Springs Daddy, what's happening? Adam Muhammad 19 double underscore, what's happening? Carla Mello Silvera 7. What's happening? West Side Donnie 78. Thanks for tapping in. We popping, son. You know what I'm saying? I'm pop that son. Todd Mills and the motherfucking Bills. Fish 3808. What's going on, Fish? Yeah, yeah, man. It's I got clones. Yeah, man. For real, for real. For real, man. Rome new underscore 114. What's happening, Rome? So what's new, son? What's popping on your side, man?
Um, my car bugged out on me. I might have to get a new engine.
Oh no.
Yeah, I spoke to Bama. He was like, "Yo, you be up there the weekend, so come down. You know what I mean? We're gonna go past the lot." So
Okay. I mean your sister still needs a whip too.
that's
And
why.
they just stole her electric bike last week.
What?
Yeah. She went to the movies and she came out and it was gone. Brooklyn underscore Rick 69. Yep, stole her damn bike. So and that was how she got around, campus and all that type shit, whatever. So Gotta get a new, and that shit was like 1,300. But um definitely want to just go ahead and get her that whipper
Yeah.
for real. And for all of y'all who who actually do take action, I'm putting my website up here. Go to my website and do a review, basically, of the Mind Plug Academy, because when you engage with what I share here from my side, um, that's Mind Plug shit. You know what I mean? That's Mind Plug shit. So, like this, you ain't got to do shit. You do what you've been doing. You on your fucking phone all day. You know what I mean? So just on your phone, click the link or type the link in the Mind Plug Academy or whatever. Google my name, it'll come up, and just go to my site and write a review. Funky mother, because you write a review. Do something. Like, you know what I mean? Do something. You know what I mean? Essay underscore visuals. What's going on? Essay.
Cool.
Como essay. You know what I mean? But so a lot of people died in the last few days.
Ooh.
O.J. Simpson
Yeah,
died.
OJ died.
What you call it? Of course, Rico Wade. Rico died,
I
and
seen that.
yeah, man, Rico was the homie, man. Rico was the homie. Like, Rico was a good dude. Rico went through a lot for his love of the music and his love of the culture and his love of Atlanta. He went through a lot, and he endured a lot. But without Rico Wade, y'all have no idea. Atlanta might not have. You think so, Sufyan? Sufyan said he thinks the jab is what he think caused it. Why do you think that? Why do you think the jab caused? You talking about Rico? You think the jab caused Rico to die?
Because OJ had prostate cancer.
Mm, yeah. I mean, you fucking around in that prison system for years, eating that food and all that, what they call food. I'm surprised everybody doesn't come out of there with cancer. I know a lot of people who came out of prison with cancer. A lot. Between the asbestos and them old ass buildings, all the excessive deaths. Well, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. It's about time. 7 No Ram, what's happening? It's about time. Trey Oxen in the building. Kendrick Clone 70 was happening. You back? Um, and the jab causes turbo cancers. Now that's a new phrase, new term for me. Turbo cancers, turbo cancers. That's crazy. Buka Vision, what's popping? Buka Vision 809 JR. JR, do you make your move yet, man? Did you get on this situation yet, man? Like, you clicked that link yet, man? Um, the cancer rates have spiked in the last 3 years, even in young people. Yeah, that's not for nothing. Stomach cancer, prostate cancer, heavy with us. Well, I mean, both of those have to do with the digestive system. Stomach cancer and prostate cancer. It's all connected. And 29 2Ls. It is a thing with our community, bro. There's no there's virtually no, like, there's a lot more than it used to be. Because believe you me, man, when I was having conversations with people about dietary responsibility or consciousness, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, motherfuckers looking at me like I was talking Chinese. Like, I've seen a lot, and I'm sure it's attributed to social media. Cav_Cabernet was popping.
Niggas be
I'm
every
sure
time you
it's
tell niggas that they need to eat healthy, they be like, "You mean like lettuce and shit? Like you mean you eat a lot of rice,
salads,
salad,
salads and shit.
salad." Nigga, you retarded.
Yo, it's fucked up because the degree of ignorance is so vast that it, you know it's almost insurmountable, the challenge of breaking through the ignorance between what they don't know and what they think they know. You have a major obstacle, a major informational obstacle. Ultimate Styles Barbershop was popping.
I think
Um,
it's hard for them when the people that they focus on don't not be saying nothing about that. Their focus is money and
right,
fun. So it's like if the people that got it ain't saying nothing, then I ain't got to worry about that shit.
right, 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 right. Face the dawn. And you're right, Ed. The processed food diet will shorten your life. And people saw that in when Cy Sperling first did um what was that? Supersize Me. And he ate McDonald's for 30 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, nothing else. And I mean, within 2 weeks, he looked 5 years older. No exaggeration. If you've never seen Supersize Me by Cy Sperling, check it out. He ate McDonald's day and night for a month, for 30 days. And his doctor around the second, like maybe 20 days in, his doctor was begging him, like, man, stop this, man. Stop this shit. Stop it. You're going to kill yourself. Like, if you keep doing this, there's no doubt that you're going to die. That's crazy. You can eat like a vegan for 30 days, and there'll be no point at which you will look or feel like you're going to die, unless your addiction to processed food kicks in and you feel like you're going to die. Because when I stopped eating like red meat, I've always been a dietarily responsible, conscious kind of person. You know what I mean? I stopped eating candy and drinking soda and shit at like 13, 14 years old. You know, I stopped drinking soda because I learned that the acid in soda, it weakened your bones. And I was super wild. I was intent upon being a stunt man. So I was like, well, I can't have weak bones as a stunt man. So, I stopped drinking soda. It was just a practical choice to me. If I want to do this, and that's what this causes, and that would be counterproductive to what I want to do, then I stopped doing it. That is the process that basically saved my life across the board. It's the process that made me make, and I'm really thinking about this right now in this moment. I never really thought about that. That I think about what I want. Then I think about what I'm doing. And then I think about how what I'm doing impacts what I want. And I make a decision about whether I'm going to continue to do it or not. And I don't struggle with it because I'm on my side. You know what I mean? And so um, when I stopped eating red meat, at the point at which I stopped eating red meat, I never ate fish or seafood. I stopped eating red meat at, I stopped eating pork at 14 because I saw a 6-foot worm a 6-foot tapeworm wound up in the belly of a baby pig in a jar of formaldehyde in my biology class in ninth grade, I think it was. It was Mr. Fiedler. He was a good dude. Um, it was a jar about that big, a pickle jar, and it had a baby pig in it. And the pig was cut in half, like from his head to his tail. So it was a full body half image. So you could see inside his body. And in his stomach, there was a 6-foot. Now the pig is about, from tail to snout, was about maybe 2 feet in length. There was a 6-foot tapeworm wound up in his belly in this jar of formaldehyde. When I saw that, I was like, if a 6-foot tapeworm could be in the belly of a baby pig, just imagine what can be in a full-grown adult pig that's being butchered for chops and whatever have you. And to me, it was just a practical decision. I don't want to subject myself any more than necessary to that potentiality, so I won't do that. I'm not doing that. So just like that, I just stopped eating pork, just like that. Nothing else, no other conversation. I never spoke to anybody who's ever talked against pig or whatever. I mean, you grow up in Harlem back in the 70s, and you always see, like in the corner stores, you always see those little pamphlets used to be like, have you seen Mr. Pig? When I was a little kid, I used to think Mr. Pig was an actual being, Have you seen Mr. Pig? He is trying to kill you, black man. But I see that and I look at it and I laugh. It was like a little animation drawing, whatever. So, it was entertaining, but there was no context for it. When I saw what I saw in that classroom, I was like, oh, I'm cool. So your grandmother used to be like, hey, Muhammad, when I first saw I was eating pork. Hey, Muhammad, we having pork chops tonight. You coming to dinner? I used to be like, nah, I'm cool. go ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. You couldn't tell me that that was something that I could continue to do, and because everybody else was doing it, everybody else in my family was doing it. It was okay. Man, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm gonna do what makes sense to me. And the meat, the steward. I love steak. I used to eat steak at least twice a day. The steak and the burgers. I used to love burgers, cheeseburgers especially. I used to go to Jackson Hole. Y'all don't know about a lot of y'all don't know about Jackson Hole, but Jackson Hole was like this mid-level restaurant, like not a cheap restaurant, but it was like burgers and fries, but like gourmet level, over the top burgers and fries. Like the burgers were 7 ounces, just the burger, just the meat, 7 ounces of red meat, of chopped meat, and then the cheese would be like this thick. So the burger was like this big, that thick, and then the cheese, and I would eat, and then you got the bread and the bun. Then you had the French fries. The French fries was looked like it was like this big, and I ate the whole thing. I never left anything on the plate. My metabolism was ridiculous, and my diet, my appetite was crazy. But I was super duper active, and so when I stopped eating it, when I stopped eating red meat, it wasn't like I said, I'm going to stop eating red meat. That's it. That's all. I'm going to be this. I never heard of a vegetarian. Like, I heard of vegetarianism, but I'd never met one. I never heard of vegan at all. I never heard that word at all. What I decided to do had nothing to do with me saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It's just one day I was like, I don't want to eat meat no more. I mean, not I don't want to eat meat today. I don't want no steak today. I eat steak every day. I eat burger every day. I don't want it. I don't want that. So I would alternate to, like, remember what we used to eat?
Turkey burgers.
And what else?
Turkey burgers and chicken breast.
Chicken breast. Boneless chicken breast. Like a motherfucker. Right? So when I stopped eating the meat initially, when I was like, yo, I'm chilling. I'm not doing it today. Q _ Stiller. What's up, Q? Yeah, I love chaga. How Super mentioned chaga. I love chaga. I love mushrooms, period. I love mushrooms. McDevils. Vegan processed food is a big racket as well. That's right, Trey. High fructose corn syrup will fucking kill you. That's a neural drug. That's a neurochemical. High fructose corn syrup is a neurochemical, right? I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. The high fructose corn syrup is a neurochemical, right? What it does is it blocks the signal from getting to your brain that tells your brain that you are. It's called the satiety signal, the satisfied signal. So that shit, high fructose corn syrup, disenables the signal, the satiety signal, from reaching your brain. And what does that do? That enables you to keep on consuming because you aren't getting the proper signal from your body telling you, yo, I've had enough. So that's what high fructose corn syrup, that's why it's in every damn thing, to keep you consuming, because the more you consume, the more they could sell, right? If people had moderation or limits, then there would be so much that they could sell you, so much money they could make, and it's all about making money. How Super said he hasn't touched soda in years. I stopped drinking soda, like I said, I was like 13, 14 years old. G. White Canan. What's going on? G. White Canan. J. Junior McClayborn. What's happening? Junior Mike Claiborne. That's probably Jeremy Claiborne, JRMY, and Jeremy. I like to try to guess what the fuck they be talking about. Vegetables, fruits, and nuts and seeds should be our foundation. Absolutely, bro. What's going on, LS? I am LS. Discipline in youth is rare today. No doubt, Cap. No doubt. Jay Wed, what's happening, Jay Wed? Jay Wed, you made the move, right? You got on the SoFi situation, trying to get that 10,000. I'm coming up on that motherfucker too. I'm about at the halfway mark with that situation. Reishi mushrooms are also good. Yeah, I love them all, man. Lion's mane, Shiitake, of course. My wife just hooked up some shiitakes recently. Made it was like, what up? What's going on? Hey, what's going on? You see, Forever Quincy. That's pop. That's pop shit right there.
Nah, I
Super
be bullshitting.
producer, platinum
I eat
producer,
chicken.
pop shit. Huh?
I be eating chicken and shit. I
He,
don't be eating. I don't eat pork.
yeah,
I
yeah,
fuck some chicken up,
yeah.
and I'm cooking
You know,
out the fried chicken.
once they, I'm gonna tell y'all, bro. Like, if you raise your child, Black Beauty underscore Q, what's happening? Mark Mosley. If you raise your child a certain way, motherfucking Dante TC5 in this motherfucker. That's a goddamn legend right there. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know the Crazy Five, motherfucking Bronx, motherfucking graffiti legends. You don't know about that, man. Motherfucker wanted to be in the TC5 crew so bad when we was little graffiti writers. Big Nose Papi, que pasó? Uncle underscore Kobe, what's up? Welcome back. What's happening with you, Slim? Um, yeah, yep, that's what's up. Oh, you up to 600? Motherfucker Jay Wade up to 600. That's what's up, Jay Wade, on the SoFi situation. Yeah, man, y'all trying to get some of this motherfucker free money. You understand me? You need to tap in, you suckers. You scared ass niggas. You were talking about, I don't know where the money at. It's not where it was. That's all. So, when you raise your kids to eat a certain way and they start to get, their autonomy, and they start to exercise their free will, whatever. One of the first things they do is break away from dietary disciplines. That's one of the first things they do, even
That
though they understand. I
shit,
didn't just say you can't eat that. I told them why.
that shit expensive. Being a vegan is expensive. It's not.
Well,
It's
let,
not for the.
well, let me ask you this: how expensive do you think it is to be sick?
I mean, it's cheaper to die because you
It's
dying.
cheaper to die, is it? Um, Have you seen the cost of final arrangements recently?
You
See, you ain't
dead.
never buried nobody.
If you dead, then you ain't worried about that.
You ain't worried about that.
I
The people
know.
you
That's
leave
why I'm saying.
behind, they worried
That's
about it. See,
what I'm
you
saying.
ain't never to pay for no funerals. See, I paid for funerals. They're expensive as a motherfucker. You did? Um, A Al underscore T underscore dude. What's happening? Um, and Trey's right. It's not. No, it's not. That's one of the most common misconceptions, that the vegan diet is more expensive than the non-vegan diet.
I
That's not true.
I go to Whole Foods. That shit expensive. That shit like
Whole
400.
Foods is expensive. Whole Foods
Seven
is
under
expensive.
is
But
expensive too.
see, the thing is this: you're comparing real, actual, nutritional dense food to processed food that is the equivalent to eating cardboard. So yeah, you're gonna pay less out of pocket for food that doesn't have any nutritional value. You're certainly gonna pay less out of pocket for that because they're not giving you
You
shit.
gotta pay
They're
for the
giving you
science.
packaging, right?
You gotta pay for the science.
Which, yeah, okay. You're gonna pay for the right. So you pay for the science that go into creating that Frankenstein food. Jay's Photo Man, what's going on, Jay's Photo Man? Hey, Jay's Photo Man and Danny GMVP. I bet y'all could use extra few $1,000. DM me, man. I'll tell you all about it. And no, it's not multi-level marketing. And no, it's not a pyramid. And no, it's not a scam. And no, nobody hacked my phone. I'm just a black man trying to afford other melanated people the opportunity to make some money, and at no cost. You understand me? Like, to have opportunity to tap into a situation where you can make thousands of dollars, but it don't cost you no money. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. Y'all are so distrustful of one another. You're so distrustful of somebody who look like you. Y'all don't. A lot of y'all need to check your mind. And that's another thing about a vegan diet, because we don't inundate ourselves with a bunch of neurochemicals such as high fructose corn syrup, and all the other neurochemicals that are pumped into these foods that docilize you and calcify your pineal gland, which makes you docile and makes you highly susceptible to suggestion and control. Um, as a vegan, you think more clearly, and you operate more efficiently. You know what I mean? I know because I was not a vegan. I was not a vegan for 23 years of my life, and then I became one. So I know what the difference is. Just like I know what it is to be 20 and 30 and 40 and 50. You know what I mean? I know what that is. But if you haven't been those, you haven't lived through those eras, those decades, then you don't know what that is. That's why you have to prevail upon the knowledge and the wisdom and experience of those who have come before you, unless you're a fool and you think you can survive every lesson that you learn firsthand. But some lessons will kill your ass, and you'll be the lesson for somebody else. You know what I mean? But in terms of the vegan diet and its costs, it's cost considerably less if you compare it to the cost of hospitalization. Homie, ask bro, motherfucking Roger Bonds. He just had the big toe on his right foot removed. You know what I mean? And he's had to change his diet because his diabetes was a direct result of his dietary behavior. Period. So ask him if it was cheaper, if what he did, the way he did, the choices he made dietarily, if they were cheaper than eating consciously and intelligently and responsibly. How about this? Think about the way you eat, the way you think about the gas you put in your car, right?
Oh, I don't
Right?
give a fuck
So,
about the gas.
well,
I'll put any gas.
what you tell me? Wait.
I'm bullshitting.
Wait.
I'm
No, you didn't.
I'm bullshitting.
If we could rewind this, you would get to the part where he said, I think I'm going to have to replace the engine in my car. You know what that comes from? That comes from neglect. It comes from neglect, wear and tear and neglect. You understand me? That's where aging begins. You see, this ain't Beijing. You see, my skin is not black. Like I know a lot of y'all wonder. I don't dye my hair. Age begins here. It begins here. That's where it begins. So it's about the wear and tear. When you consume things that your body has to go to work in order to assimilate the nutrients from, the less nutritionally dense, meaning the less actual useful nutrients, the stuff your body needs, like it's not like what they show you in a commercial where there's a tube leading from here that goes down to this big bag in your and that's your stomach. That's no. It's a very intricate system, a very, very intricate system. It's not just a bag that you have to fill with stuff. That's not how it goes. You don't get that satiety signal, that satisfied signal, from the amount of shit you eat. You get it from the amount of nutrition that your body is able to get, assimilate, absorb from the shit that you eat. So if you eat a bunch of shit that doesn't have any nutritional value, your body will stay hungry because it's working very, very hard to pull whatever nutritional value there may be in what you're consuming. And it's working so hard that it's churning. The gears and shit are moving like your car. Think about your car. Think about the belts. And that those belts are being worn. The more they work, the more they get worn. Right? And the more they wear, the more age there is incurred in that engine. Same way. The harder your intestinal system works, the more expeditious your aging is. By the time you start seeing the signs, see the crow's feet I don't have, and I'm almost 60. Yeah. You see the wrinkles I don't have, and I'm almost 60. You see I don't look like a fucking Sharpay. You see that? You see what I'm saying? Like, you see that the signs that you see that you attribute to age, that you attribute to time, they have nothing to do with time. They have to do with wear. And you get that about your car. That's why you'll see a 67, a 57, an old school that should be pristine like it just came off the fucking showroom floor. And then you'll see some 22, 23-year-old dude, and he looked like he got one foot in the grave because he's party all the time. You dig? Like he's smoking and he's drinking and he's leaning and he's in this this girl's bed and that girl's bed and this girl's bed. You know what I mean? And he's eating, anything you can get in the drive-through. Like, he's gonna look up and he's gonna be like, oh shit, like I look like my grandfather, and I feel like my grandfather, which is even worse. It's one thing to look away; it's another thing to feel away. You know what I mean? So, and believe me when I tell you, man, there's no point in your living that you be like, I'm at this age where I feel okay that I can't do this anymore and I can't do that anymore and I can't do this anymore. There's no age that you feel like that. There's no age that you get to. You be like, I'm okay with not being able to run for my life if I need to, not being able to defend myself if I'm attacked. There's no age that your mind tells you that, because your body is what is enduring the passage of the time and the treatment, of the self. But your mind is still your mind. Like, your mind is not aging. I mean, not like your body is,
Yeah.
but the mind does experience what they call it's almost like rusting, you know. It starts to atrophy like any other muscle. So when you stop, I'm talking about the brain really. When you stop learning, your brain starts getting soft. You start like even forgetting the things you used to know because you haven't been exercising your brain. You don't read anything. You don't even listen to anything. You don't watch anything to take on new information, to create new synaptic connections. And so your brain starts to go through a period of deterioration, you know, and not knowing these things, going through life and not understanding these things, not understanding how these things work. This is your detriment. This is what is killing you. You know what I mean? This is why you can tell somebody, well, we haven't tested these vaccines, but we're pretty sure that although it takes years to test vaccines and determine their safety and their effectiveness, we figured these ones we made up in the last 90 days, we figured they should do just fine. But just in case, we made sure that we paid lobbyists, we gave lobbyists money to go pay congressmen to make sure they pass laws that make it that we're not responsible for the damage that it might do. We can sell it to you, but we can't be held responsible for what happens to you because we made sure there were laws to protect us from that. But yeah, you should be fine. You should be fine. And your brain is so uh uh flabby that you can't even go, wait a minute, motherfucker, who are you talking to? Like, that don't make no fucking sense. Your brain is so flabby that you can't even say, nah, I'm not doing that. You go, I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. Okay. I don't trust the government. I don't trust them whites. Okay. Give me a shot. Like, which is it? Do you not trust them or do you trust them? You know what I mean? This is cognitive dissonance, I don't trust you, but give me the shot. I don't trust. All of this is connected. The condition of your mind, the condition of your body, the quality of your fuel. I mean, your food. Cats get that about they whip, though. You try putting 87 in the motherfucker's BM or they Benz or they Porsche. You try that. Motherfucker go crazy. Yo, put that bullshit in my car. And then as soon as they get the gas, they pull right up to the Quickie Mart and go in there and get dinner off one of the racks. They go pop the plastic open on their dinner and throw their dinner in the microwave. And they don't understand that they're doing to their body what they just told motherfucker don't do to their car. This is mind deadness. This is you brain dead. Y'all brain dead, man. Y'all voluntarily brain dead. And y'all all okay. A lot of y'all okay. What up, Andre the poet? Pass watch, peace watch. Y'all already peace watch. Y'all already with y'all are good with it because Jerome Smith 533. Y'all are good with it because everybody else is doing it. If you spend time around a person like me, in my mindset, you'll be thinking about what you're doing more often, which is why people who aren't inclined to think about what they're doing, why they don't want to be around somebody like me, because I make them feel responsible in a way they don't want to feel responsible. But I want to repel that kind of a person, because just like I can impact them in their condition, enough exposure to them, and they can impact my condition. So I don't want that. That's like letting a nigga stand next to you while he juggles shit. You know what I mean? Like, you just stand there juggling turds like a motherfucker. Brown ones, green ones, gray ones. I don't know why them joints is gray. It's probably from that shit y'all eating. But, you know, this juggling shit. So like, yo, look at me, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Ah. He's throwing shit up in there like a motherfucker. You just standing next to him like, shit, know who threw it up. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You don't want to associate yourself with people who aren't conscious. You know, just like people who aren't conscious don't want to associate themselves with people who are. You know, and there's no way you can immerse yourself in any condition for any significant period of time and not be impacted. Like, if you get in the pool, my nigga, you're gonna be wet. I don't care how much you don't want to be wet. You're going to be wet, because that is the nature of the environment you've immersed yourself in. You know, a lot of y'all are not conscious about that. You're not conscious about anything. You're not conscious about, you know, what you eat, who you sleep with, who you hang with, who you talk to, who you listen to. Murder, death, kill, shoot that nigga, slide on him, kill him. He look like me, kill him. I hate myself, and I don't want to kill myself. I'm afraid to die, but kill that nigga. He look like me. Like, that's all that shit. That's all that shit is really talking about.
Yeah,
That's what they
I
talking
was
about.
just talking about. I was just telling my homegirl, like, it'd be weird, like how men make friends and how women make friends. Like, a girl will go into the bathroom and meet a girl in the bathroom, and now they going out to lunch and they got all these vacations and shit planned together. And I'd be like, you don't even know her. Like, you don't know what she's into, who she's around, or what she doing, and you just going, that's just your homegirl because she pretty, y'all cute, and y'all just was talking in the bathroom, and now y'all best friends. And I'm like, yeah, that's why y'all friendships fall apart so fast, because they be based upon shallow aesthetic-y shit that don't really matter. And when you finally find out this person is, you don't wasted so much time and effort and energy into something that you could have figured out with one real conversation.
Not to mention what you've subjected yourself to by being in their proximity. Like, you know, people still, and I guess always will, look at it like birds of a feather flock together. So you might really be a stand-up, decent person or whatever. But you done been seen too many times with this individual that's a scumbag, a scammer, a lowlife, a whore, a slickster, a bum, a thief. You know what I mean? And now you got that shit on you. You done stood next to some, you know, a shit juggler, and shit done came down on you. You know, and there's a certain amount of accountability that people just don't recognize they must have, man. It's bizarre. I used to attribute it to age or the lack thereof, you know, but it's really not, because I see it. I saw yesterday a post where, and it's funny because me and my wife were talking about the day before, talking about how you had people who got to 20 years old, 21 years old, went to go do something and found out that they had a charge off when they were 2. You know, or they owe for a cable box in 1978, and they were born in 1975. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? And then they looking at you like, yeah, sorry. You be like, you do know that I was 4, right? You know I was 4, you know, and you're telling me that you're denying my application based upon this, where it's obviously fraud. They be like, yeah, it's obviously your mother. Your mother obviously did it. So yeah, too bad for you, motherfucker. So this post that my wife showed me yesterday, dude was sitting there in someone's office. I guess he was trying to get a house, and the mother had the nerve to be sitting there like she was gonna co-sign for him. And the lady told him, no, your application was denied because you have what do you call that? Um, uh, when they put people out, it's a dispossession, right?
Eviction.
Eviction. So you have an eviction, and he was irate, ma'am. He had the He said, man, what, you realize I was 3 years old, right? So you know that couldn't have been me, right? All right. Then he turns the camera to his mother. So explain this. Explain this to me how you. And she was like, look, you don't know what was going on at the time, and you don't know. He said, no, mom. You're supposed to be co-signing for me so I can get the hell out of your house. And then they telling me that, I got this eviction on my. How I get an eviction on my shit? Well, first of all, lower your voice in this office. Lower your voice. So now
I
you want to
mean,
pull rank.
first of all, that gotta be a skit because after 7 years, that shit shouldn't show up on no record. But I mean,
That's yeah,
for the sake,
but
for the
but
sake of, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
for the sake of making
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
particular point, because that is something that happens, and that people have to have shit removed off of their credit all the time that
Oh
was
yeah,
supposed to fall off, bro.
yeah. Oh yes, definitely.
Supposed to fall off, but it didn't. Especially when you're melanated, because it's one of the main ways they're able to disenfranchise you,
Oh yeah,
to prevent you from being able to have access to things like home ownership, because home ownership gives you access to
they
wealth.
ain't been giving people their tax return. They making people go down to the IRS office and line up and go in there and verify their identity. The line was from right there on Ivan Allen all the way down past where the megabus is at.
And I know exactly what,
Yeah, and that
bro.
was
If
from
any of
five
y'all know
o'clock
what
in
he's
the
talking about,
5 o'clock in the morning.
yo, if any of y'all know the distance he's talking about, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe the distance he's talking about. So I know exactly where that building is, and 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 where that megabus
And
is.
it was all black people in line.
Of
That's what I
course.
was like. I like, look, it's only black people in this line.
But that's going to be a problem, especially in Atlanta, because Atlanta is a hotbed for fuckery, man. It's a
Yeah.
hotbed for all the scam shit and the bullshit and all of that, man. And like, again, it's getting back to that same standing next to the shit juggler shit. If you got one dude, he does scams. At some point, he has incorporated somebody, everybody around him into his scam in one way or another, whether they voluntarily did it or fucked around and left their phone or some information, or when he came to your house and started looking through your shit and found some old bills or whatever the fuck he did. But one guy, one scam guy can impact the lives of hundreds of people. And you got thousands of them niggas in Atlanta. So tens of thousands of people in Atlanta are caught up in all kinds of shit. And they are focused on that fucking place too, bro. Atlanta is hot like fish grease, my nigga. I'm telling you, super hot. For all y'all that don't know, y'all better know. Atlanta's super hot, nigga. Super hot. Really, though. But that's a crazy distance. That line you talking about, I don't even know how a person get on that line.
Yeah.
You need to take a Uber from where that line is going to where you said it ended. You need an Uber. You need an Uber or a bird or something. You got, you know what I mean? You got to get a scooter or something. For real, for real. Because other than that, my nigga, like, what? That's crazy. Somebody said something and I wanted to, nigga said, and wash it down with a Jack and a Coke. um, House of Sufyan said, read Dr. Lila Africa's book, Nutricide. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, Lila was my cousin. He's my mentor. So he taught me a lot of the shit that I share with y'all. Peaceful Journey, Lila. Sean underscore B 1981. Thank you. SK8 double underscore B. Skate B was popping. Skate B. Official British. What's up, British the Titan? Salute. Harlem in the building. Top notch 411. Big underscore E underscore indie. Strictly underscore hustling. What's happening? What is it that you never understood? Guilty by association, Kev. What did you never understood, LS? Harlem underscore deluxe underscore Dave. What's going on? Ray Dollar Day. Peace Watch. Call me when you're done, big bro. All right. Okay. All right, Johnny, I got you. Johnny is on it. Johnny's on it. He's on the so far. Big brother Jay Cutter, 27. Nick Quar, 1, 2, 3, 4. _Fields 867. Let me see who else on here with us. PT, what's going on? PTY _DDR_ENT. That's somebody who's been rocking with me on these lives, man, since conversations with Cavario, bro. And if y'all have not seen my conversation with Cavario, Fox Body, if y'all not seen my conversation with Cavario, y'all got to go to my YouTube channel and look at those, because I got into a lot of science, a lot of different shit with that, and it's some dope shit on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Cavario Online. I never understood why women meet and immediately become friends. Women who do that, because my wife is not like that. What's going on, PTY? Salute to you, brother. Dominica in the motherfucking building, man. I miss La Vega, man. I miss La Vega. I do. I miss La Vega. Hold on a second. It was something that somebody said. Ed said some shit. Ed said that conversations, since he's been down with the SoFi shit, conversations about borrowing money turned into a referral. Then you want to borrow some money? How about I teach you to fish? How about that? How about I do that? I'm gonna teach you how to fish. You know what I mean? If a motherfucker asks you for some bread and then you offer them an opportunity that doesn't require any bread in order for them to make some bread, and they don't take that, yo, block them. Block them. They're a parasite. They intend to undermine you. You know what I mean? They intend to take advantage of you. They have no good intention towards you. There was something that LS said that I wanted to touch on. But definitely Laila Africa, man. Get Laila's book. You
were answering something and you stopped.
What was I answering?
About women that make those type of fake friends.
Oh, they have boundary issues, man. They have poor boundary issues, bad boundaries, or non-existent boundaries. So they don't have any criteria for giving access to people, giving access to themselves. They expect people to like keep their door wide open, and only for the appropriate people with the right intentions to come in the door. But the door wide open, and there's a light above it that says sucker here, sucker here, sucker here. But they expect only, so all right, I'm gonna leave this door open and I'm gonna turn my back and I'm gonna put this knife right here. Don't nobody stick me in my back. See how y'all do me? See, somebody gonna stab me in my back. Y'all ain't shit. There's no self-responsibility. You know, my wife is definitely not like she ain't never been like that, even when we were kids. What's going on, Ellison Reed? Out of sight, out of mind. 15 was popping. There was something that, man, listen, I had a few people borrow money this weekend, and it turned into a SoFi referral program. That's what I was looking for. Timothy McHudson was Curtis Penn 91 was popping. Stephen McClendon, what's going on? Silky Ish, what's happening? T3F, thanks for tapping in. We are popping, son. I am Pop, that is son. You know what I mean? And treating everybody like an amusement park. Yeah, House of Sufi said motherfuckers be treating everybody like an amusement park. Till it's time to pay. Till it's time to pay. Um, um, 809 JR said motherfuckers gotta chill with the drinking and smoking shit. Will have you looking wild old. You fucking right. You know, Terrell Sparks 88, Quincy _ Bethia. What's going on? Dre Head always up. What's going on, Dre? I don't think I seen you in a minute, man. Big Man 7447. The Marble Cake. Yeah, we got some tap-ins here. That's dope.
Yeah, them chicks that be dating, that be making them random friends with females, they definitely pick the wrong niggas too.
Yeah, a lot of times they be looking at, you got the ones, what's up, Retro Famous? He said, my neighbor, 809 Jr. said, my neighbors I met started fighting over that dame shit. What dame shit? Was that a typo? When you say dame shit,
Damn.
maybe.
Probably meeting random people.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
watch niggas argue with their girl and be like, yo, why every time we go someplace you friends with everybody? Everybody wanna be your friend and just in your fucking face. It's like you don't know how to say hello and keep it going. So you invite everybody into your life where they don't need to be having no type of access.
But that's because of that, because of a lack of boundaries. Have a lack of proper boundaries. Um, I think I was saying something about it's difficult to keep track of the things that come up when I'm trying to make sure that I holler at everybody that taps in, man. But I was saying something about um, when I stopped, and I want to make sure I touch on this. We got 10 minutes left, 9 minutes left. When I stopped eating meat, my body went through withdrawal, but I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything. So I didn't understand why I was experiencing withdrawal. And I knew I was experiencing withdrawal because I'd been around drugs and drug addicts my entire life. You know, grew up in a house with dope fiends in it. You know, my sister was a dope fiend. My cousin Frankie was a dope fiend. My cousin Bootsy was a dope fiend. He's my first cousins. You know what I'm saying? They're all 14, 15 years my senior. So I grew up in a house with these motherfuckers. I know what it is. I know, you know, what drug addiction is. I've been selling drugs since I was fucking 13 years old. You know what I mean? Been in shooting galleries half my damn life and all that. You know, so I know what it is. But I'm like, how in the fuck am I don't do anything at all. You know? So how am I going through withdrawal? There was no correlation in my mind between what I was experiencing and the this random decision. Um, what's going on? Street Elements, Global Media. That's my man, Kev. Street Elements. Um, this job. What's going on? This job. Red underscore ready. Dot every day. What's happening? Um, um, there was no correlation between, hey, I'm not eating meat today, and the next day. I don't feel like eating no fucking meat today. And the next day, I just don't want nothing. But it wasn't about no decision. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. It was just I didn't feel like doing it that day. One day turned to another, turned to another, turned to another. Next thing you know, I was 30 days in, and my body started acting weird. You know, night sweats. And when I had to go to the bathroom, when I had to defecate, it was no nothing, no hold on nothing. The moment it was like I defecate, go to the bathroom. Ready or not, nigga. Like it's like almost like losing control of your bowels. Just the same way a person that's going through drugs withdrawal would go through. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Still not connecting it with the meat thing. And it wasn't until I was like 90 days in, and I went down to Silver Star Restaurant. For those of you in New York who know, used to be a spot, used to be a 24-hour diner. I don't know if it's still down there, down on like 65th Street, Second Avenue, something like that. Second, yeah. So, you know, it's a spot that hustlers back in the days, we used to go, you know, we used to go late night, whatever, and kind of kick it and maybe after the club type shit, whatever. One of those spots that stay open all night. So I go over there and I meet Lance, and he had just finished having a filet mignon. So, you know, sitting there, somebody sitting on his plate. Now, growing up, me and Lance, we would battle, you know, making steaks, you know, like he'd make them and be like, yeah, nigga, yeah, I mean, you can't fuck with this season, whatever, you know. I'd be like, okay, this is good, it's good. Then, you know, a couple of days later, whatever, I'll make it. And he'd be like, yeah, nigga, that's a steak right there, motherfucker. That's a motherfucking steak. And we grew up like this from like 11, 12 years old, 13 years old, we're doing this, you know what I mean? So when I sit down and he goes, yo, did you eat? I said, nah. He said, order something. I said, you know, I'll have, you know, turkey burger or whatever. He said, nigga, you ain't eating no meat. You still eating no meat. And I was like, nah, I ain't fucking around. Still, I'm not in my head going, I'm never going to eat it again. I'm just not eating it. And he goes, man, stop acting like a girl, eat that steak. So I said, nigga, ain't nothing. I picked up the fork. I stuck my fork into this piece of filet mignon, and I ate it. So I'm sitting there. It's 90 days now. I hadn't had any. Sitting there. Then all of a sudden, I started feeling this like slicing in my stomach. And the next thing you know, it felt like it was like a dozen little ninjas in my stomach. just going to town. It's like I had swallowed a stack of razor blades. That was the day I said, "Oh, I ain't never eating that shit again." I didn't know what the fuck, but I said, "I will." My body told me, "Oh, we don't do that anymore. Oh, it's over. We don't do that no more." And that's how I became, vegetarian. It's like, "Oh, we don't do that no more. We don't do that no more." And that was that. Now, after that, I started asking questions. And when I started asking the questions, buddy, that was it. I was like, these motherfuckers they got us paying them to kill ourselves. Harlem Sober, what's happening, so? King Fit 00, Drummond 7435. What's going on, Drummond? Relly, are you? What's going on, Relly? It's been a second. I ain't seen you. QB 1977699. What's popping? Mecca Bees. What's happening, Mecca? Um, that's right. That's right, LS. Your body will tell you. And see, a lot of times people's bodies do tell them. They just don't know how to interpolate what the body's telling them. If I wasn't like when people have something in their head, an idea, an understanding, whatever degree of information they got about whatever, if they have an experience that they may have never had before, the first thing they'll do is they'll attribute the new experience to something that they already know. So they'll be like, damn, what am I going through? Oh man, I must got the flu or something. Yeah, that's what it is. And that's it. So they don't do any the real DJ 23 was popping. They don't do any research. OG Chef Powers, thanks for tapping in. Oh, what's going on, Wurzel Allen? What's happening? It's been a minute, man. They don't do any like research, search for any information, try to learn what the hell they might be going through. They don't do that. They go, oh, I know what this is. This is just that, and whatever this situation is, that's not nothing new or different. It's the same old thing. It's just this, and that is why they don't move forward in like acquiring any new understandings, gaining any new information, because a lot of people like to believe that they already know everything they need to know. So they turn everything that they encounter, any new thing they encounter, into an old experience, or they incorporate it into some old information and go, oh, it's just that. Oh, it's just that. Motherfucker, have you ever seen somebody with like a growth, like some shit on their neck, and it's like a big bulge on their neck, like they swallowed a baseball? And
Yeah.
you be like, yo, what is that? And they go, what's what? The fucking head growing at your neck. What is that? And they go, oh, that's just I'm like, no, nigga, that ain't just that. No, there's a lot of people with just that. It ain't none of them got no ball growing out their fucking neck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's amazing how highly adaptable people are to any fucking thing. Niggas get used to being in jail. Niggas get used to feeling like shit. Like they just get used to not feeling well. What used to be, if this was their normal, and they start, getting sick, and they do whatever they would normally do to try to get back to normal. But if that doesn't work, they don't go outside of whatever it was that they've always done to make themselves feel better. They just accept that new level as their normal. This is my normal now. I used to feel like this. Now I feel like this. And they just accept it. And because they're around people who do the same thing, they don't have no problem with it. Underscore T Log, what's happening? What's going on, Ro? Ro underscore Buildex Fan Plus. It's been a minute. These are bad practices, my people. These are bad practices. Being dietarily unconscious or irresponsible is bad practice. Making decisions about what you should put in your body based upon what your taste buds are, dictating. That's bad practice, man. Trying to make everything, fit into your old understandings instead of expanding yourself and gaining greater degrees of understanding. That's a bad practice. Remember, you must think critically in order to live wonderfully. Peace. Love you, son.